A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies, and the man who never reads only lives one. I found this adage absolutely apt simply because it represents my passion for reading and my passion for language building through the reading skill. Basically, there is no substitute for the reading skill. If you can't lay your hand on any book today, watch this video. We have an exciting piece for you to read, learn, and apply it to your communication skills. Let's enjoy reading this piece together. Practice the pronunciations with me so that you get a grip on how to say it correctly. Also, it is a mindful reading exercise, which means that you need to be very, very conscious and aware of the words which we are using so that you can answer the questions which will follow. The objective of this exercise was nebulous. Clarity is non-negotiable when it comes to taking a task to a logical conclusion. I sought an explanation, but my queries fell on deaf ears. I didn't find a breakthrough and grappled to complete the task assigned. Is this kind of professional environment conducive for my growth where no one helps each other? Toxic workplaces is a reality of the corporate culture. Wake up and smell the coffee. Contrary to popular belief, people make life difficult instead of making it easy for you. I sometimes find it difficult to muster the courage to seek clarity as people judge and dismiss you. The extract opened with a line. The objective of the exercise was hazy or not clear. Basically, one word was used for hazy and not clear. Can you recall that word for me? Well, I'm so glad you could answer that one. The word was indeed nebulous. Nebulous means something that lacks clarity and is not clear. So when you're not clear about something, you're confused, actually you are in a nebulous state of mind. Second question. There was a phrase in the extract which was non-negotiable. What do you mean by non-negotiable? Well, the word is self-explanatory, but I want you to answer this one so that you can apply it in your communication. So when you say something is non-negotiable, what do you really mean? Well, if you couldn't answer this one, non-negotiable means an absolute must. Nobody should negotiate their way out of it, is what it means. Basically, it has to be done. So when I tell my son that, look, you have to study and you have to complete your assignments by so and so time, and these deadlines are non-negotiable. What I mean is that it has to be done. It cannot be negotiated. He can't have his way out from that situation. Often we say the word ask for help, ask for support. But in the extract that we just read, there was a word which was used for ask, and it was a good replacement for ask, especially when you're talking about support, help, direction. That was a good word. Can you recall the word for me? Yes, I think you got this one right. The word is seek, and it was used in the past tense, sought. Seek, sought, seeking. These are the various forms of the verb. So if I'm looking forward for some help, okay, I can use the word I sought help, okay, or I sought a favor, or I will seek help on this. Basically, it is a very good replacement for ask. Before we move on to the next question, I would like to invite all of you to approach us if you enjoy our lessons. Be a part of our student community. It's a fast growing and vibrant student community that we have out there. You will enjoy the lessons, and please reach out to us at the coordinates given out here so that you can learn with us on a more active and structured basis through our effective curriculum. In fact, I would also encourage you to go to our Insta page, follow us there, and watch short snippets of exciting lessons. There was one word in the segment which was for doing something well, completing something well basically, or giving something a proper closure. Think and recall what was that word. The word was taking something to a logical conclusion and doing something effectively. So basically, whenever I take something to a logical conclusion, that's when that exercise or that activity makes sense. So it is a very good, effective, professional phrase to use when you're saying complete something well. Basically, take the task to a logical conclusion. The phrase nobody heard me. How was it used in this article? There was a very interesting phrase used to indicate nobody heard me. Yes, you got that right. It fell on deaf ears. So, fell is your verb here. You can use it as per the situation. So, often the advice I give my son falls on deaf ears if he decides not to take it up. So, I changed the verb fall to falls in simple present tense. If you're using it in the past, you will say fell on deaf ears. Basically, nobody heard you. Finding a way out and finally getting some success. What was the word in the extract which indicated this? Can you think and recall for me? Well, the word was breakthrough. So imagine there is a ground and there is a tiny crack, and through that ground, and through that surface basically, or through the crack, a sapling emerges, which then finally grows into a taller plant and probably into a tree. So that breakthrough is exactly what this visual represents. Okay, finding that opportunity or that gap or that moment which helped you achieve success by finding your way out of something. What was the word struggle used as in the particular extract that we read? Struggle was used as, yes, you got it right. It was used as grapple. Grapple is an effective word or effective replacement for struggle. In fact, it's a universal favorite when it comes to, replace the word struggle and use it. There were two words in the reading extract which related to opposite concepts. Whenever we are talking about environment or atmosphere, we either think it is favorable or unfavorable. So, favorable, the word which was used for favorable from the extract, and the word which was used for unfavorable from the extract. Both of them are opposite concepts, and of course opposite concepts, and both of them are used for the culture or the environment or the atmosphere of a particular area. What were those words? The words were conducive and toxic. Conducive means favorable, something which helps in the situation turning positive. So, for example, we create a conducive learning atmosphere for our students. And the opposite of that is toxic, poisonous, something that will lead to decline, or for that matter, it has got a completely negative connotation to it. So, toxic is an unpleasant situation or environment. We just read wake up and smell the coffee. It's kind of self explanatory, but why don't you tell me what does it mean? Well, I think you got it right. Wake up and smell the coffee means be alert, see what's happening around you. You always, whether it's your professional or personal space, need to protect your interests and see what's happening around you. Be alert at all times so that, in a weak moment or the moment when you let your guard down, you're not affected by the adverse impacts of your environment. So, let's take the example of climate. Every day, each city, each country in this world, we are grappling with myriad issues related to the environment or the climate. So it is time we all wake up and smell the coffee. There were so many interesting phrases we could pick up from this reading extract. It's not just the words. There was one particular phrase which said that something which goes against popular sentiment or something which is different from what people believe. Do you recall that phrase? I really want you to think and recall. Well, the phrase was contrary to popular belief. Contrary to popular belief, it's not just unhealthy food which is tasty. Healthy food can be tasty too. I'm not sure if it caught your attention, but there was a very interesting phrase in the article which indicated to find the courage to do something. Basically, look within, find the courage and do something. Can you think and let me know? Well, the phrase was to muster the courage. To muster the courage means to find the courage. For example, women, regardless of the nation that they are a part of, they have to muster the courage to stand up for themselves and liberate themselves so that they can enjoy all the opportunities which life has to present and function at an equal footing with men. I hope you're enjoying the reading series. Read, repeat, sleep. This is what we heavily advocate at English Excellence with Chhaya. Why don't you look at these links and take up some more lessons from our previous videos? And yes, do keep coming back to us for more such exciting lessons.